It's 2 a.m. You're sitting in your apartment, the only light coming from your phone screen. Her last message sits there, weeks old, unanswered. Your thumb hovers over the keyboard. You want to type something, anything. Hey, you up? I miss you. Or maybe just her name. But you stop. Your chest feels heavy, not just tired. Tired of the loop in your head. Tired of wondering what she's doing, who she's with, if she even cares. You've tried no contact. Deleted her number. Blocked her stories. But it's still there, isn't it? That pull. That need to know, to feel something back. What if there's a way to stop carrying that weight? Not by disappearing, not by playing games, but by becoming someone who doesn't need her to notice. Someone so calm, so grounded, that her absence feels like nothing. Like a breeze you barely feel. This isn't about revenge. It's not about winning her back. It's about you, about finding a quiet kind of power, a power she'll never see coming. If this feels like you, leave a quiet sign below. Not for me, not for fame, just to help this reach someone else who needs to pause. Like you. You thought you knew her. Those late night talks, her voice soft through the phone, the way she laughed at your dumb jokes. The coffee cups you shared, still sitting in your sink. It felt real, like something that could last. You built a world around her. Every song, every corner of your city, every quiet moment it, all had her name on it. Then, one day, she was gone. A text. Cold. I need space. Or maybe she didn't even bother with an explanation. Just silence. And just like that, your world cracked. You sat there, staring at your phone, rereading her last message, as if looking hard enough would make it make sense. But it didn't. It never does. You replayed every moment, every conversation. Where did it go wrong? Were you too much? Not enough? Did you say something stupid? Miss some sign? Your mind became a maze, a trap with no exit. You wanted to hate her, but you couldn't. You wanted her back, but she was already gone. The days after were heavy. Your apartment felt too big. Your bed, too empty. Every notification made your heart jump. Maybe it's her. Maybe she's sorry. But it was never her. Just another email, another group chat. You saw her in everything. A song on the radio, a stranger's laugh. Her ghost was everywhere. And the worst part? She wasn't even trying to haunt you. She was just living, moving on, while you were stuck. You tried no contact. Everyone said it's the answer. Cut her off. Make her miss you. So you did. You deleted her number. Stopped checking her Instagram. Forced yourself not to text, even when your fingers ached too. You told yourself you were strong, that this was how you'd win. But deep down, you knew. You weren't free. You were just waiting. Waiting for her to text. Waiting for her to regret. Waiting for something to make the pain stop. And that's the problem. No contact isn't enough. It's a start, a bandage. But it's not a cure. Because as long as you're waiting, she still owns you. As long as you're hoping, you're not free. You're just a man sitting in the dark, staring at a phone that never lights up. No contact is what everyone tells you to do. Ghost her. She'll come crawling back. It sounds good. Clean. Like a plan. You imagine her checking her phone, seeing you're gone, panicking, missing you, realizing what she lost. You tell yourself you're playing the long game, a silent war. But here's the truth. Most of the time, she doesn't care. Not the way you want her to. No contact can work, sometimes. But only if you're truly moving on. Most guys don't. They use it like a trick, a way to fake strength. They're not healing. They're just hiding. You know the feeling. You block her, but you still check her friends' stories. You avoid her posts, but you're dying to know if she's with someone new. You're silent, but your mind is loud. Screaming, wondering, hoping. And she knows. Women sense it. They can feel when you're pretending. When you're just playing the role of someone who's moved on. They know you're still tied to them, even in silence. And that's why no contact fails. Because if she knows you're waiting, she's still in control. She doesn't miss you, she just moves on, for real. Maybe she checks in after a few weeks. A text, hey, how's it going? just to see if you're still there, to get a hit of validation. And if you answer too fast, too eager, she knows. She knows you're still hers, and she walks away again, feeling better about leaving you. You were just a game she already won. The answer isn't silence. It's something deeper, something stronger. It's becoming a man she can't reach. Not just by ignoring her, not just by waiting, but by letting go. Truly letting go. So when she reaches out and she will you, won't even care. He realized it one night, sitting there, same spot, same phone. His thumb hovering again. But this time, something shifted. He was tired of waiting. Tired of hoping. Tired of letting her live in his head. No contact wasn't enough. It was still about her. Her thoughts, her regrets. He needed something more. Something that wasn't about her at all. He chose indifference. Not the petty kind. Not ignoring her to hurt her. But real indifference. The kind where she stops mattering. Her name, her face, her absence. They become nothing. Irrelevant. He didn't just cut contact. He erased her from his world. No checking her stories. No wondering who she's with. No keeping the door open just in case. This wasn't a game. It was a decision. A quiet one. Made in the dark. He wasn't running from her. He was walking toward himself. For the first time in months, he felt something new. Not hope, not anger. Control. The kind that comes when you stop needing someone else to make you whole. Indifference is power. Not because it makes her panic. Not because it makes her regret. But because it sets you free. Silence still has a charge. It still means you care. But indifference? That's what shakes people. When someone who once adored you now sees you as just nothing, that's when they feel the loss. Not because you're gone, but because you're untouchable. She didn't notice at first. She thought he was just playing the game, waiting in silence, like every other guy. But then, she saw it. His absence wasn't temporary. It was real. He wasn't avoiding her. He'd outgrown her. And that's when her world shifted. He started small. Because big changes don't come from grand gestures. They come from quiet choices. Every day, he began with his mind. Reading Stoic texts, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius. Not to sound smart, but to find clarity. He learned to pause. To question his thoughts. Is this worth my peace? Can I control this? Most of the time, the answer was no. He stopped reacting. Before, a notification would send him spiraling. Now, he'd breathe. Wait. Let the urge pass. It wasn't easy. Some days, he wanted to scream, to text her, to demand answers. But he didn't. He sat with the discomfort. Let it sharpen him. Pain wasn't his enemy. It was his teacher. Then came his body. He started walking, then running, then lifting. Not to look good for her. Not to post shirtless selfies. For him, every step, every rep was a promise. I won't be weak again. His posture changed. His walk changed. He stood taller. Not to impress anyone, but because he felt it. Strength. Inside and out. His presence shifted too. He spoke less, listened more. Before, he'd fill silences with nervous chatter. Now, his silence was full. People noticed. They leaned in, asked his opinion. He didn't need to shout his worth. It was there, in his eyes, in his calm. He was becoming something new, not just a man, a force. This wasn't about her anymore. It was about him. Every choice, every moment was a brick in a new foundation. He wasn't building to prove her wrong. He was building to be right. For himself. It happened like it always does. Months later, a notification, her name. Hey, how are you? His heart skipped. Not from hope, from habit. He put the phone down, breathed, waited. The old him would have typed back in seconds, overthinking every word, hoping this was his chance. But not now. He understood. This wasn't about him. It was about her. Her need to know she still mattered. To see if he was still an option. A test. Most guys fail it. They see her text and forget everything. They think she's back. They spill their heart. And just like that, she wins. She knows she still has power, and she leaves again. He didn't take the bait. If he responded, it was brief, polite, distant. Good. You? No details. No questions. No door left open. She felt it. The shift. Where there was once longing, now there was nothing. And that's what shook her, not his silence. His indifference. She tried again. A like on an old post. A story view. Testing. Probing. But he didn't bite. He wasn't petty. He wasn't ignoring her to hurt her. He just didn't care. And that, more than anything, made her spiral. Because she expected a reaction. A sign he was still hers. Instead, she got nothing. This was his test. And he passed. Not by shutting her out, but by shutting off the part of him that needed her. He was free. Not because she didn't matter, but because he didn't need her to. He didn't disappear. That would have been too easy, too obvious. She'd think he was bitter, hiding, weak. Instead, he stayed present, but different, unreadable, a mystery. He posted rarely. A photo of a sunrise, a book he was reading. No captions screaming for attention, just him, living. She watched, confused. Why wasn't he broken? Why didn't he care? She thought she knew him, thought he'd always be the one who cared more. But now, he was a puzzle. No sad quotes, no indirect jabs, just a man who seemed fine, better than fine, thriving. This wasn't a game. He wasn't trying to lure her back. He was just being authentic, whole. And that's what ate at her. Because when someone changes, people notice. They wonder, is he with someone else? Was he always this strong? She checked his profile more, waiting for a sign, but got nothing. Mystery isn't manipulation, it's truth. You don't explain yourself. You don't need to. Your life is yours. She doesn't get access. Not because you blocked her, but because you chose to move on. And that's what makes her question everything. He didn't need to shout his progress. Didn't need to post about his new job, his new routine. His life spoke for him. This was silence, not the empty kind, the powerful kind. The kind that says, I don't need to prove anything. She expected noise, cryptic quotes, subtle flexes. But he gave her nothing. Not out of anger. Just nothing. His absence wasn't loud. It was absolute. Like he'd never been there at all. That's what shook her. Not that he was gone, but that he didn't need her to notice. She started remembering the way he made her feel, the way he was always there, until he wasn't. Her mind played tricks. Did I misjudge him? Was he always this way? He didn't block her, didn't delete old photos, didn't play games. He just lived. And that was enough. Because the strongest victory isn't proving them wrong, it's proving you don't need them at all. One day, he woke up and realized something. Her name didn't hurt anymore. It didn't spark anything. No anger, no longing, just nothing. He didn't hate her, didn't love her, he just was. This was freedom, not the kind you chase, not the kind you fake, the kind you earn by letting go. Not just of her, but of the need to know, to control, to feel something back. He was whole. Not because he replaced her, not because he won, because he didn't need to. She reached out again. Months later, a longer text this time. I miss talking. He read it, felt nothing. Not cold, not cruel, just done. He didn't respond, not to hurt her, but because there was nothing to say. That's when she felt it. The real loss. Not that he was gone, but that he didn't need her. She thought she'd always have a piece of him, a door left open. But when she looked back, there was nothing. Just a man who'd moved on. For real. This was his power. Not in shutting her out, but in building himself up. He wasn't unbreakable because he was cold. He was unbreakable because he was whole. This is it. The life he was meant to live. No longer shaped by her. No longer haunted by the past. He walks into a room, and heads turn. Not because he's loud, but because he's present. Quiet. Steady. Whole. He doesn't wonder what she's doing. Doesn't care who she's with. Doesn't check if she's watching. Because it doesn't matter. The man she knew is gone. Not in a petty way. Not in a I'll show you way. He's gone because he outgrew her. This is the power she never saw coming. Not revenge, not bitterness. Just a man who needs nothing, who lives on his terms. His success isn't loud. It's felt. In his calm, in his focus. In the way he carries himself. She's a shadow now, a lesson he learned, and he's grateful, not for the pain, but for what it taught him to choose himself, to build himself, to live without needing anyone to see it. This isn't about her anymore. It never was. It's about you, about the life you build when you stop waiting, when you stop needing, when you start being. If this spoke to you, come back tomorrow. Not for me, for you to pause, to breathe, to keep building.